tonight's game against the Finns coming up in a little over a couple hours from now. The Finns, we heard it from Dave Starman earlier in this tournament. Look, forget about what this team does results-wise in pool play. Come medal play, this team is always, they're ready to play. They know how to play this tournament. They have it figured out. They play tough. If you're Team USA, what's your biggest key heading into tonight's game?
Well, first off, we saw how tough they were in the quarterfinals, down 2-0, and finding a way to beat Sweden and move on and to face the USA tonight, shall I say. But they're relentless. The work ethic. They just are that type of team that is structurally sound. They get better as the tournament goes along. You mentioned that, Jameson. And they've got some top stars in Lundell, the Florida Panther draft pick, Roddy, as well. So these are guys that lead the way, but they kind of get a balanced scoring. They do it collectively as a team. And that's why they have so much success. They play like a team. They got a couple of good, strong defensemen on the back end as well, and they just chip away. And if you make mistakes, they will make you pay. And you'd better be ready to outwork them, because one-on-one battles, the Finns are as good as any team. We've seen it for years at just winning puck battles, getting under your skin. They have a lot of tenacity. So Team USA, they've been a hungry team in front of both nets. They've won battles. They've played like a team as well. So they're going to need more of that and then some against the Finns tonight.
And a game like tonight, it's not always the top line or the superstar names that you hear coming through in a game like this. Sometimes it's the bottom six of the forwards. But all of these players on this team could be top line players for their respective clubs, just not in a tournament and a roster like this. Up and down this roster, what do you expect from the team mentality of the Americans tonight?
Well, we've seen Zegras lead the charge, and Caulfield starting to heat up, and Cali have had a goal. They're guys you expect to be on the score sheet. Turcotte as well. Boldy's been terrific on the second line. He's going to have a monster game, especially because of his size against a physical Finnish team. But it's the line of Farinacci, Brink, and Berard that I think could be key in this hockey game. These guys have been key throughout the tournament, but they get those dirty goals, those hard-working type goals, and that's the type of game I expect it to be. There's Boldy in front. So we've seen a lot of that from Team USA. They can't get away from that. They have to play together, support each other all over this. For me, it's being open for those 5 to 7 foot passes. You don't want to try, especially early, a lot of rink-wide passes against the Finns, who I talked about being structurally sound, whether it's in the neutral zone or in their defensive zone. You want to make sure support means you're there for that outlet pass for the defenseman, like 5-7 feet away, and then your line mates coming in right next to you to support you, or right behind you, skating in motion, and you can feed him and go up ice and kind of get the Finnish team out of position, because they're patient. And again, they wait for you to turn the puck over. They'll be in the right spot if you try to get a little too fancy. So don't try to do too much. Make sure take what's given to you and win those battles. If you're going to chip it past the defenseman, you want two guys in on the forecheck, and you want to win that battle. Team USA's done a lot of that throughout this tournament, as the Finns have. But sometimes it's along the walls in those one-on-one battles. The compete level is the difference in a hockey game. I think that could be the difference in this hockey game.
All right, it should be a fun one to watch. Team USA taking on Team Finland, 9:30 Eastern puck drop right here on NHL Network with the